Light is on. Almost set to go now at the 1500 metre mark. For this, the Gloman welter. Signal given. Ace in Battle will run the Popular Elect. They're off and racing. The stayer Stormtrooper missed it noticeably. Ace in Battle began a little sluggishly, and so did Hail the Chief. Truth got away very quickly ahead of El Dremo, and Kiwi Tiger fired away fast to be running third at the end of 200. They're being followed by Pocomoke City and Karma Dancer, being closely followed by Fiery Water. Then after a length and 3 wide, Julcidium, followed by Liasic back in the middle. Ace in Battle picking up ground over on the inside, then Road Express and Rather Roman behind them with a length and a half, then to Dawn Rampage. Sonda Queen, Tax Summit well back, and 2 lengths further back to Hail the Chief, and tailed off is the stayer in the contest in Stormtrooper. As they near the 850, and Truth taking charge in front, keen to go quicker. He's pulling hard. Truth by 2 lengths, El Dremo, and ahead to Kiwi Tiger, running third over on the outside before the corner. A length and a half, then came Fiery Water, followed by Karma Dancer, and around the outside, Pocomoke City making ground stylishly on the bend. About 3/4 to Liasic, followed by Julcidium, who's been no closer than 3 deep. Ace in Battle with the job in front of him, and they were followed by Hail the Chief, Rather Roman, Road Express, Dawn Rampage with only a few behind her. Tax Summit, Sonda Queen and Stormtrooper tailed off as they swing for home, and Kiwi Tiger went out after Truth. El Dremo going up on the fence, and further back to the grey Liasic, working into a Dawn Rampage and Fiery Water. Kiwi Tiger reached the lead. His Dawn Rampage switching back to the inside. Kiwi Tiger clear, and Ace in Battle flying late. Dawn Rampage dove through on the inside. She reached the lead and won. Dawn Rampage beat Kiwi Tiger, the fast finishing Ace in Battle close up ahead of Rather Roman, and then Fiery Water, followed by Hail the Chief. Tax Summit finishing on out deep. They were followed by Truth, Sonda Queen, Liasic, and then El Dremo, Karma Dancer. Further back then to Road Express, a long margin off then to Julcidium, Pocomoke City, and Stormtrooper was tailed off.
Yes, well, there it was. A good finish too by number 12, which was Dawn Rampage from 14 and a photo in race number 8. Thanks to Darren there, Darren McCauley in the Gloman welter, and the daily double numbers 15 and 12 on the West Australian TAB this afternoon. While that was taking place, they jumped in race 2 at Penrith. Here's a replay with Rod Fuller.
At race 2 of the night, they're set to go. Ready and racing. Dwelling at the start was Redridge Darcy, and winning the break on the inside was Sherry Supreme. Race 2 lengths in front of King Marmalade second, Burning Lucky in the middle, followed by Bow Dawn, 2 Silver Rocket, followed by Explosive Pete second last, and 4 last of all was Redridge Darcy. Out of the straight, Sherry Supreme is out by 2, Burning Lucky closing, 2 lengths third, Bow Dawn, followed by King Marmalade. The fence was Explosive Pete from Silver Rocket, yielding ground, Redridge Darcy underneath it. Down the side of the track, and Sherry Supreme joined by Burning Lucky. Here's Bow Dawn finishing on as they straighten. Burning Lucky gets away. It's 2 lengths in front, holding Bow Dawn at bay, and Burning Lucky a mile too good. Burning Lucky first flying home for second was Redridge Darcy over Bow Dawn from Silver Rocket. Explosive Pete, Sherry Supreme knocked up, and last was King Marmalade.
Thank you, Rod. And number 2 winning there. Another selection. It's 2 out of 2 for Rod Fuller. Burning Lucky from 5 and 7. That was a replay of the Jamison Stake race 2, first leg of the extra double. In the replay of the finish at the last.
Set to go. Ready, light on, they're racing. Rusty Wangara began fast with Gasper Star. Pro Cheval began well enough as easing out of the action. Just Mick galloped of its own accord and is still breaking badly. Gasper Star goes to the early lead from Rusty Wangara by 3 metres, but Rusty Wangara striding up quickly on the outside is pressuring Gasper Star. That driver keen to give away the lead, and Rusty Wangara goes to the front from Gasper Star. Now this leaves Pro Cheval without cover. On its inside, Sue's Atom, then came Carson, who's 1 out and 1 back. And 50 metres away last is Just Mick, who has settled down. No real pace on, and the favourite forced to work off the rails. It's Rusty Wangara, the leader, as they race to the winning post, with just on 2 laps to go, 1700 from home. 4 metres on Gasper Star and 3 metres to Pro Cheval, leading the outside horses. On the inside, there's only one outside horse, that's Carson on its back. On the inside of both those runners is Sue's Atom, and so slowly are they going with a lead time of 48.5. That Just Mick, the southeast pacer, is about to pick the field up, and in fact he has. They've covered a lap, and the leader Rusty Wangara by 4 metres to Gasper Star, a metre to Pro Cheval, who's doing no real work with not a great deal of pace on, but he is off the rails. Then came Sue's Atom on the inside from Carson 1 by 1, and last of all on the inside is Just Mick. Leaving the back, 12.50 to go. It's Rusty Wangara, 4 metres to Gasper Star. A metre away on the outside, Pro Cheval, and 3 metres to Sue's Atom. Racing to the inside of Carson and 4 metres to Just Mick at the rear. So the second favourite, Rusty Wangara, covering 6.9 metres per lap, less than that of the favourite on the outside, Pro Cheval. And as they race down with the first quarter of 32.1, it's Rusty Wangara 4 metres to Pro Cheval, who's clicked up and about to get on terms, or try to, with this leader. On the inside, Gaspar Star, then Carson around Sue's Atom, and last of all is Just Mick. They've left the 800 behind them. Rusty Wangara 4 metres in front of Pro Cheval. Then Gaspar Star third, and then came Carson under extreme pressure. Sue's Atom going past it on the rails, and Just Mick was last. 600 metres to go. And the sprint on in earnest now. Rusty Wangara 3 metres to Pro Cheval. Ahead away on the inside, Gaspar Star, and Sue's Atom is staying with these leaders. It's come off the rail to be one out and one back. 400 metres to go. It's still Rusty Wangara 1.5 metres in front of Pro Cheval, trying to get on terms. 3 metres Gaspar Star badly held up for a run. Then came Sue's Atom, 2.50 to go. Rusty Wangara ahead in front on the outside. Pro Cheval getting on terms. Pro Cheval goes up to Rusty Wangara. Sue's Atom comes out 3 wide, and then Gaspar Star turning for home. Pro Cheval in front, down the outside, trying hard. Sue's Atom. Pro Cheval finding plenty. Sue's Atom coming at it in the closing part, but Pro Cheval is just the leader from Gaspar Star, and a classy win. Pro Cheval by 1 metre. Second, Sue's Atom, 8 metres away. Third, Gaspar Star. Then Rusty Wangara, who couldn't sprint in the last lap. Willback Carson, and tailed off is Just Mick.
Good on you, Hilton. Thank you very much. Lisa Justice scoring in the first race in Adelaide tonight. That was the South Australian Brewing Company 3-year-old stakes. Pro Cheval, 7 from 3 and 4. Now to Wentworth Park Greyhounds. It's Summer Cup night there. Here's Peter Johnson.
Thank you very much, Kerry. Good evening to you and good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wentworth Park. Of course, the big one, race 8, the Superfecta, is the AWA Summer Cup, and a fabulous field, and should be a great race. The 8th event on the program. Let's take a look at the market of the plate scratching, ready, racing, and best out was Lilac Bouquet. Jumps straight to the lead. Lucknow Lass is zipping along the rails and heads it off at the first corner. It's Lucknow Lass the leader, out by 1.5 lengths Lilac Bouquet. 2 away, third Miss Gamble. Humoresque the outside, 4 lengths to Pleasure Bent Chariot. Bound Miss Hannah tacks on last. Out of the straight, Lucknow Lass is out in front, leads by 1.5 lengths. Second was Lilac Bouquet. 4 lengths Miss Gamble, being passed by Humoresque. Then Pleasure Bent. Further back was Chariot Bound and Miss Hannah. Lucknow Lass the leader. Lilac Bouquet is sticking with it on the corner. We've got a good race in our hands, and then about 6 behind them, Humoresque and Miss Hannah. Around the bend, and Lucknow Lass has shaken off Lilac Bouquet and set for victory the first favourite, Lucknow Lass. 4 lengths to Lilac Bouquet. Miss Hannah rattled home for third. Then Humoresque and then Miss Gamble. Further back in the field, Pleasure Bent and Chariot Bound was last. And number 3, Money for Me, a late scratching in the first event taken out at the boxes.
Thanks, Pete. Yes, we'll confirm that on the screen right now.
I think the favourite tacks up in time. Green lights on. Set their racing. Reese Mate towards the centre. Driven out with the whip. He's trying to head off Bullman and does. Vital on the outside. Travels up into second placing. Idle Mac is 3 out. Trailed up by It's Akron. As they settle down, one off the fence is Willie Bray. Then Bon Marché, Imperial Atom. Highway Prospect is third last. Second last on the outside is Holy Smoke. And back on the rail is Clever Prince. Out of the straight they race at the 1500. And the leader is Reese Mate by 4 metres. Whizzing around the outside now, It's Akron off the track making ground. In the centre is Idle Mac. The leader's back is Bullman 4th. Then Vital 5th on the outside as It's Akron travels up into second placing within 2 metres of Reese Mate. On the rail is Bon Marché. The favourites now Satellite, Highway Prospect, working off the top turn of the 12.53 wide. Willie Bray in the centre, patiently driven tonight, followed by Imperial Atom 4th last. And the last 2 are Clever Prince on the outside of Holy Smoke. 1,000 to go on the turn. It's Akron the outside is testing Reese Mate. The favourites having no luck, Highway Prospect. He's posted 3 wide. Bullman the fence in the centre is Idle Mac, followed by Bon Marché. Now coming off the fence, then Imperial Atom making ground the rail. 2 metres to Vital. Then Willie Bray, Holy Smoke, and Clever Prince is last. Out of the straight they race towards the 750. Narrowly in front, Reese Mate. From on the outside, It's Akron. Highway Prospect is posted deep. In the centre is Idle Mac. Bullman's had a good run, the leader's back, followed by Imperial Atom, needing a run on the inside of Bon Marché. Willie Bray now pulls to the outside, 3 wide on the back of Highway Prospect. You wouldn't want to be on the favourite. Then Vital, Holy Smoke and Clever Prince. Down the back towards the 450. It's still Reese Mate by 1 metre. To It's Akron. Bullman needs leads a run. Idle Mac pulls to the outside. Highway Prospect is gone. Willie Bray runs home. He pulls to the extreme outside. Clever Prince now coming into the fight from well back, followed by Bon Marché, Imperial Atom, then Vital, and back on the rail is Holy Smoke, but around the turn of the 250, this bloke got away in front, Reese Mate, by 6 metres to Bullman. It's Akron gone. Idle Mac boxing on with Willie Bray, then Clever Prince late down the outside of the 150. Reese Mate still 6 metres in front. Here's Imperial Atom coming home 2 to the 1 on the outside. Oh, he'll grab them, Imperial Atom. He's coming home like a train. He raced to the lead near the line, and Imperial Atom has got up to win by 2 metres to Reese Mate. Holy Smoke third, close up Bullman, Clever Prince, then Bon Marché, Willie Bray, Idle Mac in behind them, followed by Vital. Highway Prospect has run second last, and last in was It's Akron.
OK, Brian, well done. 13, 5 and 10. Gavin Lang.
Set and racing. Beginning well was Wire Walk over Miss Zambia, and out wide on the track was Waking Hour. Whistlers trying to dive through in the middle, disappointed for the run. Sparkling Image went through on the outside. Back on the fence was Zach Hanna. They scramble out of the straight. Miss Zambia gets away. It's raced about 3 clear. Wire Walker the outside second. Whistler moving up on the inside, followed by Zach Hanna, and 2 further back to Like a Western. Behind those came Sparkling Image, followed by Waking Hour and Evelyn's Pride. But around the home turn, it's all Miss Zambia booting well clear. Miss Zambia's out by 7 or 8 in no danger of defeat, and Miss Zambia wins by 6. Second Whistler, third Like a Western, followed by Sparkling Image and Waking Hour from Wire Walker. Zach Hanna and Evelyn's Pride was back at the tail.
Miss Zambia far too good. 2-4-5 Penrith race 3. Updating Albion Park race 1, the harness race program.
Side Cash to Spare, one of the smartest out with Dusty's Return. Out wide, Gale Jet was showing speed. Star City in the centre from 1-1-2. They were followed then by Viking Willie, Gary's Idol, Captain Monet, Pay As You Go, and Postal Bidders tailed right off. Down past the 600, and Dusty's Return showed the way about 3 parts of a length to the good of Gale's Jet. They were followed by Cash to Spare, Star City. In behind those, Viking Willie in advance of 1-1-2. Captain Monet on the inside of Gary's Idol. From Pay As You Go and Postal Bid, not travelling kindly, is tailed right off. In this order, they leave the back and commence the run around the corner once again, and Wellington has Dusty's Return, the leader. A length to Gale's Jet without cover. Cash to Spare, third on the rail, followed then by Star City. Viking Willie on the outside of Pay As You Go from Captain Monet, Gary's Idol. 1-1-2, and Postal Bid's pulled out of the event. They cast the home turn astern and commenced the run down towards the judge once again, and no change in the order, where still the leader was Dusty's Return over Gale's Jet. Captain Monet moving up around the outside to try and go to the lead. They were followed then by Cash to Spare, Star City. In behind them, Viking Willie, Pay As You Go. 1-1-2 was second last, and last of all was Gary's Idol. Down past the 600, a fairly compact field where Captain Monet went to the lead. 3 parts of a length to Dusty's Return. Gale's Jet third without cover, followed by Cash to Spare. In behind those, Star City, followed by Pay As You Go. On its outside was Viking Willie, followed by Gary's Idol, and 1-1-2 dropped the last. They leave the back and move to the turn. A lap and a quarter left before them, and Captain Monet was the leader. 3 parts of a length to the good of Gary's Idol, moving up nicely round the outside. They were followed then by Gale's Jet, Dusty's Return. Star City on the outside of it. In behind those was Cash to Spare from Viking Willie, and still Pay As You Go brought up the rear. They make the run down to the judge for what'll be the bell lap this time, and Captain Monet and Gary's Idol were matching strides out in front, followed then by Gale's Jet. 1-1-2 on the rail. Dusty's Return from Star City. Cash to Spare pulling hard on the inside of Viking Willie, and Pay As You Go was last of all. 600 out, and Captain Monet the leader, and next to the good of Gary's Idol. Gale's Jet on the inside of 1-1-2 from Star City. Dusty's Return, Viking Willie, Cash to Spare, and Pay As You Go, the pacer cracker, as they travel back and make the run down towards the corner. Gary's Idol has got to the lead once again over Captain Monet. Gale's Jet, Star City putting in a run around the outside of 1-1-2. They were being followed then by Pay As You Go, Cash to Spare, Viking Willie, and Dusty's Return. 250 left to travel, and with the inside running, Captain Monet a narrow leader over Gary's Idol. 1-1-2 putting in a claim. So too was Star City, and also Cash to Spare. In the straight, the leader in the event was Captain Monet. Gary's Idol, 1-1-2, and Cash to Spare. They get there. Star City finishing well, and Star City won the money. Second was Cash to Spare. They were followed by Captain Monet, and the Gale's Jet followed then by Viking Willie. 1-1-2, Pay As You Go, and Dusty's Return last in.
Well, it's a photo, and there Ned's gone for 4 Star City in the photo. We'll have to wait and see whether it's 4 or 1. Certainly it looks like it's number 4, but we'll wait and let you know as soon as we have it. Now, the update for Albion Park, they'll be rolling along there shortly. Very short priced is number 8 in this race at Albion Park. At the moment, it's still around 2 to 5. 33 to 1, number 1, no movement. 30 to 1's okay for number 2, 35 for 3, 15 to 1 for 4, 40 to 1 for 5. It's 11 to 2 for number 6 and 6 to 1.
Straight, and they're just about ready. Light is on. Racing, Cavalier Savante out wide began fairly. Socializer, the MC, and Leo Lobel came out best, with Leo Lobel the first to find the rail. The MC is second, Socializer third, and Farrago Lad fourth into the first bend. Then Cavalier Savante and Happy Heldon, followed by Jungle Habits, and Highland Walk drops back to the rear. Leo Lobel in front past the 1800 metres mark, leading by a length and a half over Farrago Lad, with the MC and neck away in the breeze. Socializer on the back of the MC, or he was. He's now 3 deep and starting to rush forward as the pace slowed in front. Cavalier Savante is wide in midfield, a length and a half to Happy Heldon, followed by Jungle Habits, and Highland Walk is 2 lengths away at the tail of the field. Lead time 36.8, and Leo Lobel steers them onto the top bend. 1400 metres out, Leo Lobel 2 in front of Farrago Lad and a neck to Socializer. Now Cavalier Savante's 3 deep and starting to work forward up outside of his stablemate. Happy Heldon's on the rail inside of the MC, who's now 3 back in the running lane. Then Jungle Habits and Highland Walk still last as they round the 1200 metres bend. Cavalier Savante, sporting the bright blue bandages, runs to the front at the 1100, first cut of the mile, 30.9. Cavalier Savante claims the aluminium, leads by a length over Socializer, working up into the death. Leo Lobel now third, the MC a length away fourth. Farrago Lad awkwardly placed on the inside of Jungle Habits. Happy Heldon second last, and Highland Walk on the back of Jungle Habits as they pack with 800 to run. Cavalier Savante a touch more than a length in front of Socializer. 3/4 to Leo Lobel on the fence, 1 to the MC in the running lane. Then Farrago Lad, Jungle Habits, Happy Heldon and Highland Walk. A neat 30 for the second section. Cavalier Savante 1 in front with 600 to run. Socializer second, Leo Lobel third and being niggled at. The MC sitting on the back of Socializer, and then Farrago Lad inside of Jungle Habits. Highland Walk second last, and Happy's on the fence and last at the 350. Cavalier Savante running, 1 in front of Socializer. Now the MC peels to the outside. Jungle Habits going behind him, and then Leo Lobel. Cavalier Savante's in front at the top of the lane. They flatten out, and Cavalier Savante's more than a length in front of the MC. Then Jungle Habits. Cavalier Savante leads past the 100 metres mark. The MC and Jungle Habits battling away, but Cavalier Savante's too good. Cavalier Savante beat the MC. Jungle Habits ran third. Highland Walk fourth. Farrago Lad fifth. Then Socializer, Happy Heldon and Leo Lobel.
Thank you very much there. Terry Spargo, Graham Bowyer, the driver of Capital.
Highlight in box 8. All in now. Lure rolling. Second of the night, Wenty Park. Box 1, Truzan the 5. Racing, Truzan came out okay. On the outside, Cashbox won the start from Truzan, and River Cindy right behind them. Blue Cup at the first corner. Off the track, then Quiet Malabar. Then came on the inside Proper Polka, and at the tail of the field was Miss Port and Highlight. Down the back, though, and Cashbox is the front runner. Truzan is second, 4 away. On the outside was Proper Polka, River Cindy and Blue Cup. On the corner, though, and Cashbox doing it nicely. Going to second, Proper Polka charging home. Cashbox in front will get home. Cashbox beat Proper Polka, racing home for third. Blue Cub just ahead of River Cindy, Truzan, then Miss Port. Next to last, Quiet Malabar, and Highlight was last.
Okay, good win. Number 6, Cashbox.
Last 600. Light on. Set to go on the second. They're off and racing. Expressionist began fast, as did Tri-Hour. Tri-Hour's holding Expressionist to the first turn, and Star of Amber getting across to be or trying to get into the running line. Stormy Chap keeping it momentarily wide. Deep is Master Command. And Trio is going to hold the lead from Expressionist up front. Midfield, Franco's Chance off the rail has Master Command 3 wide, and Ernie Jeffrey goes up on the inside. Then came She's a Wood Duck, and last of all is Smartpreneur. Well, Trio leads by 4 metres on Expressionist and 4 metres to Star of Amber. The pace starts to drop. Star of Amber comes off the rails. Going up on the inside, Ernie Jeffrey getting right through off the second line. Will soon be behind the leader because Expressionist has come off to race without cover and gives Star of Amber the 1-1. Smartpreneur caught wide to the rear, goes up on the inside, so it's now the third horse racing along the rails. And Stormy Chap's 1 out and 2 back. 1 out, 3 back, Franco's Chance on the outside of Master Command, who's in a muck lather, and last of all is She's a Wood Duck. Coming onto the home turn, they've almost covered 1 lap. And the first quarter was covered in 31.7. It's Tri-Hour, 3 metres to Expressionist. 3 metres away on the inside, Ernie Jeffrey, who's been very well driven to get there. 1 out and 1 back is Star of Amber on the outside of Smartpreneur. Then came Stormy Chap, who's midfield on the outside and revved up by Lisa Justice. Then Franco's Chance from Master Command, and last of all is She's a Wood Duck. Working to the back, they've got 700 metres left to go, and it's Tri-Hour trying to lead all the way. Shows the way 3 metres on Expressionist, 2 metres Ernie Jeffrey, and 2 metres to Star of Amber, 1-1. That horse under pressure from Lance Justice to keep up at the moment. On the inside, midfield, Smartpreneur from Stormy Chap, the second quarter 32.6. Franco's Chance starts a run out 3 wide, but gets put 4 wide as Stormy Chap comes out deep. Then Master Command, and last She's a Wood Duck, 400 to go. Tri-Hour looks to be flat, ahead in front. Expressionist is cruising. Gets on terms the favourite now and goes to the lead. Expressionist ahead to Tri-Hour, getting off the rails, Ernie Jeffrey. Star of Amber only struggling, and Franco's Chances grinding hard around the outside. It is making ground. Expressionist leads around the turn from Tri-Hour. Franco's Chance down the outside. Ernie Jeffrey looking for a run. Star of Amber got checked. Expressionist revved up. Is clear in the run home. Ernie Jeffrey, Franco's Chance fighting out the minors, but Expressionist too good. Expressionist 3 metres, Franco's Chance, a very good run. 2 metres or a metre away, third Ernie Jeffrey, very well driven that horse to run a place. Then came Master Command close up with Tri-Hour, followed by Smartpreneur, Stormy Chap. Well back in the field was She's a Wood Duck, and Star of Amber has gone poorly. It was one of the last in. Race 2, Globe Derby, number 2, Expressionist. Strong win.
9-4 is the favourite. Number 1, Jeff's Rain, in front of 7-2 for 5, Lawsuit. They're all in. Green light. Bunny up to the boxes, ready for a start in the 4th of the night. They're set and racing. A good line out with the exception of Hurricane Fury, who missed it. Emily Girl drives to the front. They jam behind. Rackets tries to squeeze up along the fence with a Merry-Go Maker. Lawsuit and out wide Hurricane Fury. Out of the straight, Rackets assumes control by a half. Tracked along by Merry-Go Maker, and on the outside was Hurricane Fury, followed by Lawsuit. Through Lawsuit got into trouble there. Miss Madonna went past it, followed by Dynamite King and Jeff's Rain. To the home turn, it's Rackets. A length and a half in front, rolls off. A Merry-Go Maker on the fence, but Rackets in front of Merry-Go Maker. Trying hard, but Rackets flops over the line to win. Rackets first, second to Merry-Go Maker, third Hurricane Fury, followed by Miss Madonna and also Dynamite King. Towards the rear of the field, Jeff's Rain, and one of the last ones in was Lawsuit.
Good rod. Race 4, of course, and another rod full of selection. Rackets. I hope the tennis mob at Epping RSL backed that. Rackets the winner, 3, 4 and 8 in race number 4 at Penrith. Got to have that rhythm. We all know that. Brian Markovic's got it. Here he is with race 2, the Trotters race at Geelong.
Billy Will, Neil Thomas. 4 metres away, Nellie Lewis on the inside of Supreme Gent as High Living goes for a gallop. In behind them came Penny Brown on the inside of Chica Adios, followed by Southern Land only fairly away with Hope Reign Supreme. Linrose Zambro dropped out of it the third last early. Second last about 25 metres away, High Living, and 150 metres away, Longman's Lady. Around the turn at the 1900, Our Navy's Pride leads Billy Will by 8 metres. Third placing Neil Thomas without cover. Then Supreme Gent, who gets to fourth on its inside as Nellie Lewis. 4 metres to Chica Adios, who works up to be 3 back on the outside of Penny Brown. Then Southern Land trailed up in turn by the stablemate Hope Reign Supreme. Linrose Zambro tacks up. High Living is 20 metres away and 120 metres to Longlands Lady. Out of the straight they race at the 1550, and the leader is Our Navy's Pride by 6 metres to Billy Will, having a nice run behind the leader. Third Third placing Neil Thomas sitting up without cover. A metre back and fourth is Nellie Lewis. Fifth on the outside, Supreme Gent with cover. And now pulling out 3 wide down the back of the lap and a half. 4 metres to Chica Adios on the outside. Out 3 wide, Hope Reign Supreme. Going a bit roughly for a stride, followed by Penny Brown. 1 off the rail is Southern Land. 6 metres to Linrose Armbro. 15 metres to High Living. And 150 metres to Longlands Lady. At the 1100 metres before the turn, Supreme Gent now travels up into second placing within a metre of Our Navy's Pride. Off the track now, Fair Dinkum as Hope Reign Supreme making ground. Neil Thomas in the centre. Billy Will the leader's back, trailed up by Nellie Lewis. 2 metres to Chica Adios, now pulling out 3 wide and going home on the back of Hope Reign Supreme. Penny Brown comes off the fence on its outside, pulling out deep as Southern Land. Linrose Armbro second last, 12 or 15 metres away, High Living, and tailed off as Longlands Lady. They're in the final lap out of the straight towards the 650 they race. Our Navy's Pride leads Supreme Gent by a head. Out ahead away, Hope Reign Supreme out 3 wide. The leader's back as Billy Will. In the centre, Neil Thomas tapped up, out 3 wide as Chica Adios. Penny Brown between runners, on its inside as Nellie Lewis, on its outside as Southern Land. 6 metres to Linrose Armbro with the job from there, followed by High Living and tailed off Longlands Lady. In the trot towards the 400 metres they race before the home turn. Supreme Gent on the outside now joining and shading Our Navy's Pride. Off the track as Chica Adios making ground. Billy Will needs a run. Under some pressure, Neil Thomas, and here is Linrose Armbro letting loose right around the outside, 5 and 6 wide, and brother, have a look at her go. Linrose Armbro out 6 deep around the turn at the 200 in a stride. She raced up. She has come from a mile back, Linrose Armbro. She hit the lead at the 120. Getting out now, Penny Brown with Billy Will making ground, but this is all over, brother. What a performance. Linrose Armbro galloped over the last 6 strides, but has won by a few metres to possibly Billy Will and Penny Brown. Close up Chica Adios, then Supreme Gent. In behind them, Nellie Lewis, followed by a High Living, Neil Thomas, Southern Land, Hope Reign Supreme, Our Navy's Pride out the back, and tailed off Longlands Lady.
It was the selection. I hope it pays the 3-1 we saw.
Park for a good win, at being in 30 and 46. Now the greyhounds are moving into the boxes for the third race. Horatio has box 1, Almerzo box 3. 2's on, Horatio in the red rug. Racing, Horatio's come out with them on the inside, showing Speed Elodius and Chisholm Chalmers right behind them at the first corner, but Horatio's going to lead them. Badly checked on the inside was Explorer, nearly fell. Down the back, Horatio's the leader. Elodius second on the outside from Golden Glint. Then What's the Buzz, Cyclonic, Almerzo and Chisholm Charm, and tailed off Explorer. On the corner, Horatio got away. Leads a couple of lengths, Elodius, and in third position, Golden Glint, but Horatio turns the corner set for victory. An easy win, Horatio by 5 lengths. Close for the minors. Elodius got second, a neck Golden Glint. A long break in the field of Chisholm Charm, Almerzo, Cyclonic. Next to last, What's the Buzz and Explorer finished the track, or the trip, along last.
Thanks, Pete. It's a favourite, a roughie, and now a favourite again at Wentworth Park tonight. Horatio, the selection, 1 from 8 and 9. Albion Park Race 2 update, and here Shackles is showing at 8-1, 55-1, the King Hit, Star Council. And they're racing at Maitland.
Eurythmic Lad and Takara James with Boston Kev began well by G. Lester's bid, put in a bad one. Went right back through the field and still galloping. They make the run to the corner the first time. Takara James showed the way. Moving around the outside of them appears to be Boston Kev from Eurythmic Lad. In behind those, Takara Prince poking up along the rail. Joanne's Dream out wide, Always Mine from Woody Do. Nibbick's Chance and Lester's bid brought up the rear. Making the run down to the judge, where they'll still have 2 circuits of the course before them. And Takara James bowling along out in front, a length and a half to Eurythmic Lad. Always Mine gaining ground around the outside of Boston Kev, followed by Joanne's Dream, Takara Prince. Woody Do was next from Nibbick's Chance, and Lester Bid brought up the rear. Takara James, the leader, down past the 600, going up to it shortly after Always Mine. Eurythmic Lad third the rail. On its outside was Boston Kev, followed by Takara Prince and Joanne's Dream to together. Woody Do was in behind those from Nivek's Chance, and Still Lester's Bid was trailing. In this order they travel the back and make the run down towards the 1100 peg, and still the leader, Takara James, is bowling along out in front and doing it nicely. Maintained a leader 3 parts of a length over Always Mine. Your Rhythmic Lad was next from Boston Kev. Joanne's Dream on the inside off Takara Prince from Woody Do, Nivek's Chance, and Still Lester's Bid brought up the rear. They cast the home turn astern and make the run down towards the Judge with a bell lap coming up this time, and Takara James was still in front, 3 parts of a length of Always Mine. They were followed then by Your Rhythmic Lad, Boston Kev for the run of the race at this stage. Joanne's Dream with Takara Prince, Woody Do, Nivek's Chance, and Lester's Bid breaking once again. 600 left to travel, and still Takara James giving plenty out in front. Was 3 parts of a length to Always Mine. Your Rhythmic Lad next from Boston Kev. Joanne's Dream, Takara Prince, Woody Do taking off from Nivek's Chance, and Lester's Bid was trailing. 450 left to travel, and Takara James has kicked away a length and a half to Boston Kev. Your Rhythmic Lad was next. Always Mine is gone. Woody Do moving up around the outside from Joanne's Dream, and Nivek's Chance was last of the main division. 250 left to travel, and out deep Takara Prince has got to the lead over Boston Kev. Takara James a rail, followed by Woody Do, Your Rhythmic Lad, and Joanne's Dream. Takara Prince in front halfway down the straight. Boston Kev and Woody Do. Your Rhythmic Lad is flying